haunted places have a story to tell. It can be tragic, it can be scary, and it can be very dangerous. This is Colin Browen, and these are the Paranormal Files.
My name is Richard Campbell. I work for the Brumder, and I do things like housekeeping, electrical work, whatever it is. I wear a lot of hats. But this particular day, I had to go clean the theater up. So I went down there and I cleaned it up. And I was getting ready to go to the washroom, so I took a shortcut. And when I took that shortcut and opened up that door, something was staring at me. It was right there. It couldn't have been no more than about 5 feet away from me. And when I looked, I could see that it was a person. And the face was just so gray and black hair. I didn't see no eyeballs or nothing like that. So I stood there and I closed my eyes for a minute and I opened them. And when I opened them, I actually were looking at the feet of this entity. And it did not have feet. It was just sitting there, hovering. Now, I'm a black man, and we don't believe in ghosts. 95, 96% of all black people don't believe in it. They believe if I see it, I can believe it. But this day, it was too real. It was just way, way too real. I mean, she had black hair, and it was really long. I could see that. But her face was gray, and I didn't see no eyeballs or nothing. It didn't try to communicate with me or nothing. And I backed up a little bit, and I turned and ran. And that was something. I really don't go down there no more. It's been a long time since I've been down there. And I also remember an incident when I was right here in the Brumder and I was waxing the floor and I heard this big boom. And I'm thinking, oh, one of the people that invite people here fell. So I went up to the room and I knocked on the door and I asked him, did you fall? Are you all right? Yeah, I didn't fall. I didn't fall anything. But I said, did you hear anything? No, I didn't hear anything. So I just came back downstairs and chalked it up. But I know that something happened. I just don't know what it was and where it was. Since I've worked here, I've had my share. And I do believe that there is another side that's able to come to this side. I don't care what no one says. It's unbelievable. And until you witness it, that's the only time I think that you can say, okay, this can really, really happen. Because I was skeptical about ghosts. You could tell me that anywhere else and I'd be like, he need to be admitted. But I've seen it for myself and it is something to see. It make you want to know a lot more about that part of life than you already know. But me, I want to keep it where it is. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to mess with nobody. And please, 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 do not scare me again. Thank you, and I'm Richard Campbell.
Welcome to the Brumder. I'm Tom. Julie and I own the Brumder, and here we go on a tour.
All right.
So the Brumder Mansion was built by George Brumder, and his claim to fame was he built 7 mansions for his 7 kids. This one was for George Jr. He was a self-made billionaire that made his initial fortune in book publishing, but he quickly diversified and owned some banks. And in 1902 and 1903, he actually owned the Boston Red Sox, all the way from Milwaukee. So the mansion was built in 1910, and it's the last of the 8 Brumder mansions left standing. So we're trying to take good care of it. Over this way, this is the parlor, which is a fancy word for living room. And this one's slightly paranormal active, not as much as other areas. In fact, this is where Julie and I had our first paranormal encounter of several. And this is the breakfast nook. And this is where the bed and breakfast guests usually eat, at the breakfast nook or at the dining room table, which is now used for video equipment. Tiffany, mosaic glass tile. This is the art treasure of the mansion that was original to the mansion, done by some guy named George Niedendecker, who designed and assembled it while Tiffany made the glass. And George Niedendecker, excuse the mispronunciation, must have been the rock star of 1910, because he did all the Frank Lloyd Wright fireplaces too. So this is really great that it's been around for 110 years now.
Wow.
And going through the dining room, we're going to go to the library. All the pieces of furniture date from 1860 to about 1920. So this is kind of the vision for the mansion. It's kind of like what the Brumders would have had, but none of this stuff is original to the Brumder era, and they lived here from 1910 to about 1920. All the lamps are actual antique lamps, not reproductions, so they're the real deal. And this is what we call the library, and frequently the guests can sit here and play chess or read books. Then this staircase is very active. The legend has it that some lady from the Victorian era walks up and down in a Victorian kind of a dress, and numerous psychics have picked up on that, and some people say they occasionally see the lady, but we haven't. The most interesting aspect of the mansion is down here. The Brumders, instead of putting the Victorian ballroom on the top floor, the 3rd floor, they put it in the basement, which was very abnormal. So this became George Jr.'s man cave, and apparently the great-grandkids remember a pool table. That's what they remember. The second owner was a gentleman by the name of Samuel Pick, and his claim to fame was he was the manager of Club Madrid that was about 5 miles west of here, and Club Madrid was co-owned by Al Capone. And so Al Capone came here one day and decided that this space should be a small speakeasy. So for years during Prohibition, this was a small speakeasy. This is the most active part of the mansion, both the bar area, the theater. Now it's a theater. We put on live, except for COVID, we put on live plays, and it seats 55. The city seems to think we can fit 65 in here. Public restroom, the stage, but most interestingly enough, through here.
Oh, wow.
So of course, this is the, hang on a second, the dressing room. And actors have occasionally had experiences in this dressing room, and it's kind of neat. But the other most active part of the mansion, if you follow me beyond the curtain, and this is what we call the catacombs. So back in the good old days, there used to be, they say, a door here which went to a tunnel that went underneath where you parked the car to a house that's no longer there. And this is how the people came and left into the speakeasy. Al Capone liked tunnels. Then this is, so very active. Another dressing room, because sometimes we get more than 4 or 5 actors and actresses, so this is for the overflow. Kind of fun. And if we go this way, there we go. This is more of the catacombs, very active. And then here's the trick door. This gets really spooky. And so here we are.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cool. There we go.
Yeah. So let's go on upstairs before we need to reload the film. I always like to go all the way to the 3rd floor and then work our way down to the 2nd floor. The George Suite lately has been very active. Historically, the Gold Suite was the most active, but there hasn't been much for 5 years. The Emma Suite sometimes gets a little bit of activity, but we'll come back.
Wow.
So this is the Gwyneth Suite, and it's about the 3rd most active room right now. Jacuzzi, hot tub, TV, DVD player, gas fireplace, windows, lights, indoor plumbing's through there. But this is one of the 2 most popular rooms, and it's kind of unique. And then we go to the mirror, and you can turn on the light switch in there.
There we go. Ooh, this is a nice big.
And this is the Gwyneth matching toilet and sink,
That's cool.
which is very cool. Complimentary toilet paper, which is always important. And right next door is one of our favorite rooms, and the 2nd most popular room. And This is the most active bedroom the last couple years for paranormal things. And it has a light, and it actually has my favorite shower and the prettiest shower of any of the showers here.
That's pretty.
Carol, who, there we go, we forgot to mention Carol. She bought the mansion in 1996 from the Lutheran church next door, and she's the one that collected most of the antiques, about 70% of them, and made it beautiful, repaired things, put in lots of bathrooms, put in the jacuzzi hot tubs, because that was not included in 1910. And so this is very active, the most active bedroom. The hallway here is also active. The blue room is not active at all. And then we go down. So this bedroom's a little bit unusual. So this used to be a door to a small kid's bedroom. This used to be a door to another small kid's bedroom. But what Carol did is she punched a hole in the wall and sealed that door. And so this is a guest room with a revolving TV, antique brass bed, jacuzzi hot tub, new bathroom shower, all the usual stuff. And yes, this room has a little bit of activity. Almost none for years and years, but the last couple years it's picked up. And okay, so then we're going this way to the George suite. This is a unique room because it's two rooms in one, and sometimes there's one person renting it, sometimes there's a couple, sometimes it's a family, sometimes it's two couples, but it comfortably sleeps five. And yes, this is the second most active room paranormally in the mansion. And it's our second favorite room. And this is the other part of the George suite. And actually it comes with lights too. Sometimes.
This is really interesting. I've never seen these jacuzzi hot tubs in the rooms before places. I like it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But anyway, I think that's the tour.
All right. Nice.
What's your favorite room?
Hang on a second. The Marion on the third floor. The one with the pretty shower.
It's a beautiful room.
Yeah.
They're all so beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello there, I'm Julie Carr. I'm co-owner of Brumder Mansion with my husband Tom Carr.
And why don't you just run through some of the history of the mansion really quickly?
Okay, George Brumder Sr. built this wonderful house for his middle son, George Jr., who was the CEO of his German newspapers. And George Sr., he died before the house was finished, so George Jr. stepped up and finished the house. They lived here until like 1922 with, they had 3 kids, George, Edward, and Henriette. And so when his father died, the mother moved in also. The big old house, the mother and his younger sister, Emma. So they lived here and had a good time, and finally, like around 1922, after the mother died, they decided, we want to go down to Lakeshore and buy a house down there because that's where all our friends are going. So they sold the house to the Pick brothers, who looked very respectable. They had their pinstripe suits on, and he just loved the place. And George could tell that Sam was going to take really good care. Unfortunately, back then they did not have any kind of check up on people. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have so they didn't know that Sam Pick and his brother Ed were working for Al Capone, who wanted to set up a variety of speakeasies around Milwaukee. Because the people of Milwaukee want their beer, thank you very much, government. And so they just set up various places around, and they thought this would be a fantastic place to try it out in the basement. And Sam brought along his friend Joe, big tall guy, and Mike, and a guy named Doug. That was his team downstairs. Joe was the enforcer. He did everything that was told of him, and then everything was going pretty well until Al Capone happened to die. And then Al Capone went to jail. That's what he went to jail. And Sam Pick had started his own nightclub, which is what he really wanted to do, was have a nightclub down there on Blue Mountain called Club Madrid. And that was his first love. So he's going to have to sell one of those places. So he decided to sell Brumder Mansion. When the mob closes down a speakeasy, they sometimes decide to eliminate everybody who worked here. And that's what happened, I think, to Mike and Joe and a couple other people that are down there. And Joe was extremely upset for a long time because he had done everything he was supposed to do, and yet they still shot him. So that's what caused some of the hauntings. And Mike won't leave Joe. Mike was a good friend, and so is Doug. And Doug is too busy to do. He doesn't have to think about what happened to him. He's got too much to do, So what if someone shot him? And Mike kind of thinks that, well, it's part of the job. He's a realist. And so they've been pretty active. Mike is now our head security guy. Any negative spirit comes in, he usually kicks them out. Like I had a negative spirit up there in the George Suite closet, and she kept trying to trip me, and she pushed the heater on my foot almost, and so then she was gone. So I think they to protect us, and I can't help what he did when he was alive, but they had to pay their own price for that. But they're our friends, and keep it that way. We're very careful who we allow to come in and investigate, because that's what one group from New York came in, and they provoked the heck out of those guys downstairs, and that was a bad idea because Joe was extremely upset. You could feel the negative tension. It's really bad. So we called in a medium and an energy changer specialist, and so they were able to clear the basement, and they were able to free Joe and Mike from the basement. But they came back, and we didn't care. But at least they were free from his negativity, And now Joe is upset with himself for choosing the wrong path. So he's come around, but he's working on it. I think all the spirits here are here for a reason. They're working on something. When they're ready, they go. So we have two house managers here. Suzanne. She's usually up in the gold suite, but she comes out and she's friendly with people she likes. And she keeps me in line. She helps me cook. She tells me, I can see, I'm an empath. I can feel them, and they talk to me through my mind things. And she says, helps me with the cooking, and she keeps an eye on visitors, make sure they don't steal anything, because she's, so she's a good egg. She's a good person. She was a real person because we met her family. They came to a play. And they said, our Aunt Suzanne used to work here, but she moved over with the Brumders. And so she had blonde hair, and she was a good house manager. The other house manager was for Sam Pick. You wouldn't want to mess with her. Her name is Lorraine. She was a pistol. She ran a very tight ship, and she used to kick the drunks out of the speakeasy, that kind of thing. So she's been around, and she's we had the chest pieces set up in here, and I happened to walk through, and there was one missing. I couldn't believe one of our guests would steal a chess piece. And I was coming over here like around 4 in the afternoon, and I happened to look in here, and I saw this short, dark black shadow walk toward the chess piece and put the chess piece down and walk out. And I thought it was Tanja, our innkeeper, but it wasn't. So she tries to be helpful, but not right now. She was in the admin room. Now she's down in the basement with the fellows. Oh, Suzanne gets really annoyed with paranormal investigators. There's one little girl, young person on the team. She ran up. She was trying to do an investigation. You know, she's so scared. Suzanne doesn't believe in answering on the EVP. She whispered in her ear, "Go." And the poor little thing, she ran, didn't even sit, you know, just raced down the stairs. She doesn't like dogs, but our innkeeper has a pet, so she seems to be getting along with that. Okay, we haven't heard any big, unless she tells you about it. So.
Does she like Ellie?
I hope so. I mean, you can ask them on EVP what they think of the dog, you know, she's kind of new. Oh,
Sweet Ellie.
I was sitting in the George Street and I saw a pair of pants walk by. When they first started showing themselves to me, at first I've heard about 12 voices, different voices. And I looked at and there was they don't only show me half of themselves. And then once I saw a gray skirt go up the staircase, see-through gray skirt. But I saw my first full apparition in the basement. I went down there, you know, by the laundry room, and I said, guys, what's coming out down here to get a bucket? And I saw this really tall guy with a hat on and in a trench coat go from the door by the bar to the back of the heater. And that was my first apparition, a full-fledged. But when you see them, they're just real fast. It's rather so hard to get on camera. The third floor was rented out to a Dr. Henry. I call him Dr. Henry. Back in the late 30s, he had his wife and a 9-year-old boy, Adam. And then all of a sudden, he was killed in a car accident, suddenly. And he has not accepted that, and he's still up there. And we had some tangles with him, but now he knows that we have to rent the room. But and his son Adam comes back to visit. And the reason I know about Adam is because the paranormal investigators were stayed in there last Halloween, and they asked the little boy, what can we do for you? He said, I want my Bambi book. I got a Bambi book for my birthday, and I can't find it. And so they told me about it, so I went out and bought him a copy of Bambi, and I went and read it to him. I read him a chapter a night, so I don't know if he heard it or not, but. And the portal in the Marion room is right over by the bed, between the bed and the window. I think it's pretty sure with
That's got the nice shower.
Mm-hmm. And he reacts to, he likes flashlights. Our spirits like flashlights, they like pendulums, they like fun and games, they like fun people. If you're fun, they'll come out and say hi. What they don't like are cameras. They don't like video cameras. They've been known to turn them off. There was a microphone on the stage. The guys went off for a minute, and when they came back, it was taken apart and rolled up. 5 minutes, and there was no one else in the house. We think that Doug might have done it because it was the guys egging him on. When Tom Marks was sleeping in the Merriam room, he overslept, and something shook him. And we think it was a grandma likes to visit. There was a lady who died in the blue room, and she comes back and visits, and she woke him up. She tries to be helpful. And then there's a kid, Sarah. Sarah's about 5 years old, and she died of scarlet fever. A medium told us. And she, we were in the Goldman for a little bit, and she would take my jewelry and hide it in the corners. Weird places. So finally, I said, if I'll get you some dolls, but you need to stop leaving my jewelry alone. So I gave her 2 of these little dollies, and she seemed to like that. Though she did follow home an investigator, so you got to tell her not to go.
So let me ask and interject here. So
sure.
Can we go through the deaths in the house? Anybody who's died historically?
Historically, we think the speakeasy people were all shot to death downstairs, including Lorraine, because they all seem to be together.
Is it 3 guys and then the 2 women?
The 2 women, yeah. And there's Well, Suzanne didn't die there. She went over there, but she came back because she loved the place and thought we needed some help. Yeah, probably Doug and Mike and Joe were all shot, and probably Lorraine because she knew too much. It's what they did back then. You know, not fair, but it's what they did. Another spirit named Evelyn who hung out in the Kenneth room. She was the mother of Sarah, and I think she might have been married to Ed Pick, but I'm not sure. And her daughter died of scarlet fever, and then she was raped by the old gardener of George Brumder. The guy didn't take him with him, and so she had an illegal abortion and died in the bathroom in the Gold. And imagine knowing all that, and not being able to tell anybody. So she started telling people her names, people in these investigations before we knew to be more cautious. Came in with her, even she told them her name was Evelyn, and we had a consultant meeting to say that her name was Evelyn, and then some guy reminded her of the guy who she tried to strangle him, but I told her, I went up there and I said, you can't do that. I'm gonna, the blood of Jesus, you better not do that anymore. And I read her some Bible, how she could go home because God never stops loving her. And we sort of became friends, I think. She seemed to like me. I heard her voice outside to remind me to put a coat on or something. It's, you must think I'm nuts, but that's what happened. It happens, but it's my reality anyway. And then and then we had a medium and another guy named Dave Olson. Lori got in the bathtub with her and asked her what happened. And she said that she had died from an illegal abortion, that she had been. So she got her story out, and it was on. And Dave Olson got a tape on it. But the other guys other spirits would not let her leave. And so finally, another group came in, and they had somebody who could help people go find the light. So they helped her escape, and she hasn't come back.
Evelyn's gone.
Yeah, Evelyn's gone, which is fine. Because she had terrible experiences here. See, who else can I tell you about? Let's see, there's a lot of stories. Robert stays in the closet upstairs. He's the protector. He likes the closet, and he protects us from other people who might want to come in. Like he started being in there and George Brumder sometimes comes back to visit. He likes that closet too. This thing all be very, they like the closets.
Which closet?
Up there upstairs, the George suite, the good big.
George.
Another lady likes the bathroom there. Sometimes when Sam wanted to get our attention, he would come up and wiggle things around or walk around the bed, or do something like that. Because he didn't like the first script we did for our theater was called, what was it called? It was about Murder in the Brumder. Murder in the Brumder. It was a speakeasy downstairs, and in the prologue, in the introduction, it said that Sam Pick was a mobster, and he didn't want to be thought of that way. We found this out because a psychic investigator came through with his team, and he talked to him downstairs, and he said, wasn't a murderer. I'm just a clone. He thought him as a businessman. He tried to distance himself from that. So anyway, we found out what we were doing wrong. You could inadvertently get them upset and not know it. It's nice to have mediums and people come through, and if I tell you something, please pass that on so we can do better. But yeah. Any
or accidental deaths, anything like that?
Oh, we don't know what happened to Timmy. Timmy is a little boy, about 3 years old. He's attached to Mike, who's the big guy downstairs right now. He's the one who runs things, who keeps everybody under control. And he's about 3 years old. And he told somebody that he didn't hide well enough in the closet, in the Guinness room. So someone might have murdered him. I don't know. A lot of kids died all over the place because of the lack of shots and things. And so several children died here. And the Brumders had a big Christmas party. One of the little boys, William's little boy, died. And they kept his body in the basement. So he might still be down there. We're trying to get him to come out. And other people had I don't know if there's any But there's one showgirl told the police, one of the prostitutes told the police that she was killed. And that's when Sam moved down to the Club Madrid most of his time, and things got kind of ugly here. And another man died of a heart attack downstairs at the gaming table, and so they kept him in the beer. And you know where the storage is? The storage, in the back of the storage?
Mm-hmm.
They used to keep ice and beer back there, so they just put his body on ice until they could sneak him out.
That's the dressing room.
Yeah, yeah.
So was there a lot of violence in the speakeasy days?
Well, you know what? I mean, everything with a mob is violence. There's pain, there's suffering, and there's violence. A lot of people had a good time, but you know, I don't know how Evelyn died. I didn't know how Ellen died, and some of the other prostitutes, who knows? They caught some disease or died early, or it was a very hard life. And a lot of them were young girls, 14, 15 years old, 16 years old. So it wasn't a. There's the Italian gambler. I forgot to tell about him. He tried to cheat in a mob-run card game. You don't do that. So he got shot in the coal room. You know, it wasn't right, but Joe shot him there because that's what they did. It was very strict. And there's no mercy in the mob-run thing. So for a while there, he was really unhappy. You know, and then he started to enjoy the shows. So that kind of, you know.
He's down there as well.
He might be. He might have left. I don't know. A medium talked to him. You know, all the people who killed you are gone, so you know you can go on now. It's safe for you to go on. But who knows? We're not quite sure who's here, but usually Mike's around, and some of them come and go. But hopefully they'll want to come out and play today.
Just a short question. What do you think would have happened to the bodies of those people who, like Joe, who were shot down there?
Well, they're probably buried in the yard somewhere. You know?
Would you think
That's
so?
my ultimate nightmare. Because they're fixing our driveway. They're going to dig it up a body, and I'm going to be mortified because the police are going to come and dig up the whole yard, you know, or something. There is a body. There's there's a sealed tunnel down there. Several mediums have told us there's a body in there. So no one's going to be digging that up because if you disturb a body, it's bringing in their spirit. But he's not there. He went over to be with his wife, his girlfriend. And I think there's a grave out here because it's kind of sunk down in like a rectangular sort. So I don't know who's there either. The gardener probably is in the bottom of Lake Michigan somewhere, you know, for doing that. I can imagine.
Raping that woman.
Yeah,
Okay.
he probably got his just desserts.
So potentially a fair amount of people buried
Yeah,
around the home and.
Around the home, probably, you know, and in the thing, and you know, who knows where they are. Whatever they did with bodies back then. You know, like probably Lake Michigan, or you know, or they could be in the yard somewhere. But it's been a adventure living here. They're all over. We've got peace in the house right now, so we try to keep it that way. And we try to screen who comes in to investigate because some of them don't care what they say. It gets everybody upset, and then they're upset for us. So that's why we have the precautions and the guidelines. And we have one paranormal class every year. Noah Lee, you know him? He's in PIM, Paranormal in Milwaukee. His group comes in and does investigations. And sometimes the spirits get in the spirit of Halloween and scare people, or you know, they. Even Dr. Henry got into it once. Noah had never seen a shadow person, so he walked right down the hall, right in front of him, so he could see. I think I've covered just about everybody that I can remember right now, but there's like lots of stories. Elizabeth was a very polite lady from the South, and she had owned the place at one point. We have somebody from every age, just about. We have a kid named Chris from the church years, and Elizabeth is it had just been like 2012. Someone broke in, probably our ex cook, and it scared everybody really badly. And so investigators came in, and you know, paranormal investigators, they were just telling them to get out. And Elizabeth says to them, "It's best if you leave." very, very kind and polite, and she's very religious, and she likes the park. She likes the library, but she never talks to anybody usually, unless it's important. But the kids are fun. Well, Sarah liked to get into people's purses. Some lady was staying in the Emma, and the Mary and the kids loved it. Everyone loves the Miriam, and she dealed around the lady's purse. And when she woke up, her lady's sweater was in the corner. Someone was sitting there watching, like a little kid would do. Another friend of ours stayed in the Emma and in the Miriam, and she woke up and she saw a tall man looking out the window, kind of glowing. And then when he saw her, he went right down the floor. Sometimes they don't bother using the stairs. You just go between the floors or something,
That's what I would do if I could.
And then one group had a motion sensitive camera at the top of one of the pillars of the central staircase, and they caught a lady, no head, but just white arms on the kind of a body going down the stairs.
What do you think is the craziest, two stories that people have told you about their experiences, or maybe your own? Like, what's the most distinct paranormal activity that someone's reported in here?
Seeing probably Joe down in the basement for the first time. I saw the whole thing, except see-through man without any feet. That was really remarkable.
Wow.
What rooms would you recommend us staying in if we want to, like the top 2 rooms with the most activity?
Miriam and George.
Okay.
And Miriam is the kind of unique shaped ceiling room.
That's a Guinness.
That's again.
Miriam is directly above this house. It's on the end and overlooks the street.
Okay. 3rd floor.
3rd floor, and it's a very nice room. You might be able to talk to Adam up there if he's visiting his dad. Ask him if he likes it. I like me reading the book to him. I don't know. I have no idea whether he got it or not. But
That's Dr. Henry.
yeah, Dr. Henry. That's what I call him. He was a doctor who rented the 3rd floor, and his office was in the library at some point. He's kind of grumpy because he's upset still. And Tom and I slept in his room a couple of nights, and he whispered in my ear, "Get out of my room." But that's okay. We're friends. You can tell me. You can talk to me. Okay, Dr. Henry. Won't be in here much longer. And the Emma room has some caring ladies in there. Frances and Mary were in there. And I don't know if they worked for the Brumders or they could have rented the room during the days when this house was a boarding house. I got really sick. I went in the hospital twice, 2016, 2017. I was in that bedroom, and I happened to look in the mirror, and they started appearing to me. Mike was the first one. He looked like kind of scary, Mike and about 6 other spirits. I think it was Skype. I don't know what that's called, but they were all worried about me, I think. But it was an unusual experience.
But you would definitely say that the house is haunted.
We have lots of spirit residents, yes. And we have to share the house with them,
And it doesn't bother you to share the house with
No,
them?
because they're family. They're family, been with them for so long, and they try to be helpful, and they're working through stuff, so, let them work through stuff.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think would be your favorite spirit to interact with?
Oh, it's a hard one. Mr. Brumder, I think. I dreamt about him. I had pulled the inside of my leg, trying lifting something up I wasn't supposed to, and I had a dream about him. We were sitting on the sofa, and he was gray, and he had his arm around me, giving me a hug, laughing, chuckling. And I didn't know who this man was. Was that one of my relatives? Was it, So anyway, somebody gave us a picture of the man I saw in my dream. A picture of Mr. Brumder when he was older. white hair, white thing. So I like to talk to him. He's a good guy, and I like to meet Suzanne. Then there's of course there's Mike.
And who's the most negative spirit, would you say, out of everybody?
Oh, negative. Dr. Henry probably, because he's so grumpy. But he wouldn't hurt anybody.
But he's just kind of some sort of resentment.
He's resented. He's mad because he died, and he can't get over the fact that he died. He just wants to go on. He wants to continue on his life.
Through the car accident.
Yeah, his wife was driving. She survived, but the boy, he didn't.
You had died in the car accident.
Yes, she did. He did. So they come in, like one investigator woke up, she saw him sitting in that little chair in the Miriam with a female spirit. Probably his wife.
Okay.
Okay, is enough?
Yeah, that was really. Wow, I'm excited.
Was it?
Awesome.
Oh, thank
really
you.
excited.
No, Lydia's is our favorite.
Lydia's?
Oh, Lydia's.
Sweet Ellie.
Like Lydia.
She's
That's Lydia's. It's an Irish bar, you know, and that's kind of a nice place to be. They have great food.
She's so
She's
cute.
the sweetest.
Yeah.
No.
She was literally just like laying on her back, letting me pet her.
Back reminds me of an Ewok.
Okay, everybody, so you've seen the interviews, you've heard what we had to say. It's time to enter the Brumder Mansion ourselves. It's about, what is it, 9:30? Mm-hmm, 9:46, actually, I'm a little bit off. 9:46 p.m., let's take a step inside. It's just us now. Let me take this jacket off, because it, oh. Make sure this locks.
You got it? All you didn't have to install, you just push it.
Oh,
That's it.
there you go. Well, now that we did the intro, I'm
Oh, okay.
gonna take the shirt off. That's
So you don't need.
Courtney, Jeff, how are you guys feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. It's a little creepy. Tom scared me a second ago because he was at the door. But it's creepy in here.
It is. Just being in this building, you can kind of feel something. I don't know what it is, but we've been hearing some noises too that we don't know.
Feel a little smoke myself. Smoke.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't know. What the heck?
There's noises in here.
No?
Yeah, okay. We're gonna set up all of our stuff right now and then begin the investigation. So let's cut to that now.
Okay. Oh. K2's going off. Right? We're just sitting here.
Right? I'm waiting to start. I'm excited for tonight. Ooh, REM pod.
The REM pod's going off.
And K2. Alright.
And the background
Haven't even started.
music.
Right.
Oh, there's
The beautiful sound.
pod's going off. Is somebody here with us already? Or there's a number of spirits.
The K2,
K2
and the
REM
REM pod
pod.
are already going.
Oh, boy, the K2's going off. Whoa. Wow.
Right when I touched that, Jeff, were you filming that?
Yes, I'm
Right
off.
when I
Oh,
touched-
look
right
at
when I
this.
touched the
Look at this.
piano, Right when I touched
Look
the
at this.
piano.
Holy smokes.
Right when you touch the piano.
And the K2 spike.
Oh, yeah, this K2's going crazy.
Holy shit!
Whoa,
piano
we got
again.
stuff here.
You want me to
Oh my-
touch the? You want me to play the piano?
Can you
That
turn
was
that
right
light
when I-
off out in the? You just
You should-
pull
you should-
pull the string down.
You should turn that light off or on. Yeah.
Turn it on.
Yeah.
Wow,
Which light?
I already got it.
Oh.
Gosh, look at this K2. K2 just going crazy. Do you like it when he's playing the piano? The other
Is
one?
that the other one?
That's that one over there now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, everyone's coming down. Are you guys coming down?
Jesus.
Gosh, what's this thing? This thing just keeps going.
Oh, right when it stopped.
Ooh.
Right when it... You want me to keep playing? If you want me to keep playing, stop that.
The K2 just is continually going. Let's move this.
Right when you start
Yeah.
playing, it stopped.
That's weird.
Why don't you hold it? Oh, is that the wrong column? Come on down. It's got kind of a piercing sound, right? Whoa. Put your REM pod down here again. Mary,
What now?
put the K2 down just to see. All right. Not too close. Go up. Okay, there we go. You like that?
You want to hear something scary?
They like this. They're from Ghostbusters.
The REM?
They love this.
What do you think of that? Do you like that?
Okay, it's almost Halloween, everybody. What do you think about this?
They like it.
That was crazy.
That was.
It's kind of sick. I
That
wanna hit that.
was. You're like, it's almost Halloween, you ready?
What is it?
Like you're
Gosh, I gotta get some water.
I don't know the rest of that. That's kind of classic, though, you know. You guys like the piano music?
Remember she said they like it when people have fun.
Oh. Will you sing along with me? Ghost is hanging out I go? I don't fucking know.
This is the Colin Browen show, I guess.
Where do I go? Al Capone, you trapped me in this. Well, that was an interesting experiment, wasn't it?
They loved it.
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
really.
they did like it.
Seems like they liked horror movie themes more than. All right, everybody. Sorry for that kind of abrupt intro, but we were getting some really interesting activity from the piano and the REM pods and everything. We're here in the Brumder Mansion in the parlor room. We got Courtney here. We got Jeff over here.
Hi.
Mary right here.
Hi.
Colin's right here. No, but
What was that?
yeah,
Oh, it's really going.
dude, that's weird. Someone's
down.
over there too.
Hello.
You're welcome to come in.
We're a lot of fun.
Yeah, come step in the room with us.
But yeah, we got a REM pod set up here at K2 and a EMF meter. Some motion balls. I'm gonna turn this light off. Now I've got the ethereal red behind us, which I'm actually gonna change to for this investigation. Huh. Do you not want me to change the light?
Or maybe they do want you to change it.
I'm gonna change this to. Oh! Whoa! Right when I was about to change it.
I don't see pink.
Look at purple! Purple! I'm gonna change it to purple for them.
Wow.
I didn't know what color to change. I literally just brought up the color wheel.
Change it to purple.
Wow. Okay, well, we're gonna change it to
Okay.
purple
Oh, there, that's the same.
for them.
That's pretty.
Do you like
Oh,
that?
that was crazy, actually.
Uh-huh.
What?
You like
Yeah, you
it?
never see the purple
No.
either.
Oh, that is very rare, actually.
Do you like the purple? I
Did you hear that?
something, yes.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. I am feeling charged again.
Something right
What
behind
was that?
you.
Are you guys coming down?
Are your eyes?
Come
Are your
down.
eyes coming down?
Play with that light more.
What's that?
I know. I've been hearing that. It sounds like there's like that thing is shaking.
I know.
If there's somebody here in the Brumder Mansion, my name's Colin. I'm here with,
Courtney.
Mary.
Jeff?
and we just would love to talk to you. Could you make a noise in the room that you're in so we know where to, fucking right in front of us. Good, thank you.
So you're here.
Can I sit here so I'm not facing sideways?
Yeah. Can you make a noise in here? Move something? Please show us that you're here. We would love to just see that you're here with us.
I swear it just sounded like slight footsteps walking somewhere over there.
I feel drawn, not direction.
This is the least activity. They say.
Yeah, right here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, like, look at that.
Yeah.
Did you like when I played the piano? Did you like hearing the sound of the piano?
Hold the key too. Just try to move this thing. Can you come and play with this device in my hand and make these lights go on? For the camera? Thank you. Keep going.
What was that?
I don't.
That was
That was loud as shit.
it was really loud.
Can you come and play with these lights in my hand?
You can also touch one of these balls right
Mhm.
here and they'll light up.
There's something funny to me anytime someone says, come and touch the balls or grab
Oh,
the balls.
there's.
You know?
See that?
You guys like
Keep
when I
touching
tell
it.
jokes? People laughing?
Look at, keep going.
Remember when she said people,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun
they
people?
they like to have fun.
like I literally was making a joke and
Yeah.
that started spiking and
This is
that's
still going.
And like playing piano, like
Mhm.
having a good time.
Is that what you like us to do, to have a good time?
You guys should tell a joke.
come on, you got some.
Oh man, I really don't have. Quick, Courtney. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk who?
Buttermilk.
Yes.
Buttermilk the cow, or it's going to explode.
You don't have to laugh.
See, I feel like
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Oh.
Look at.
Wow.
Digging it.
You see,
You
ghost
like it,
hunting
see?
doesn't always have to be scary.
Look at this. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's the other one.
Oh, they're
Oh.
all
Mary.
moving.
Oh, and this thing's going off. Look at this thing.
Wow.
Look at how this thing's going off like crazy here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.